For Penn State students to experience one of the hottest debate in society right now, global warming, they had to look no further than Rec Hall just a few weeks ago. President Obama came to Rec Hall to give a speech encouraging Penn State in its effort and its research in promoting more environmentally friendly buildings and technologies. Well, right outside Rec Hall, protesters rallied with signs that said, "Burn coal, not money." There are obviously two passionate sides to this debate. And on one side, there are people that believe in the global warming idea, and on the other side, the people that don't. For the people that do believe in global warming, they follow conventional wisdom that if you keep putting more blankets on a person, they'll get warmer. Similarly, if you keep putting gases on the earth, which trap in heat, the earth will eventually warm up, which would have disastrous consequences. First, it could be dangerous to the ecosystems. Many areas and plants and animals are especially susceptible to even the mildest changes in temperature. A couple degrees could kill off an entire species, which would infect entire ecosystems. Other dangers could be to rain cycles and to weather patterns. And while it doesn't really matter whether or not it rains tomorrow in State College, whether or not it rains tomorrow in poor agrarian societies could mean the difference between eating and starving later on. And it could also mean, if the Earth keeps getting warmer, that glaciers can melt. Glaciers hold most of the Earth's water sources, and if they melted, it would raise the water level. And any area, whether it be an island or a landlocked area, which was nearer to sea level, it could be flooded and people could potentially lose their homes. On the other side are the people that don't believe global warming exists at all. And they also follow the common sense principle that if we don't know or have a history of something, how can we predict it? And we certainly don't have any history or prior knowledge of global warming. We've only been measuring the temperature of the Earth for the past 100 years or so. So we have no idea to speculate if what we see as a trend in global warming is a natural trend or an unnatural trend, whether it's part of a cycle of warming and cooling, which many people do predict. But probably the greatest argument that this side follows is that America's in debt and they don't want to drive us deeper into debt. For global warming, in order to change what we're doing now, to reduce our carbon emissions, we would need to spend some serious money. Right now, we're dependent on coal and oil for most of our energy and electricity, and it's very cheap right now. America has a lot of coal. It produces most of our energy, and we actually export the excess coal that we have. If we wanted to spend the money to research new technologies, design these technologies, implement these technologies, it could potentially drive America even deeper in debt and cause us financial ruin. So, where do we stand now? Well, the government stands pretty much solidly for the argument of global warming. In the recent bailout bill that Obama passed, he's allotted approximately $100 million to ARPA-E, the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Energy. And this government program was designed to research high-risk, high-reward projects within energy, and has the potential, if even one of their projects works, to change energy as we know it. But $100 million is a lot of money, and the agency will continue to require a lot of money just to research the ideas, not just to implement them. And the public is also really jumping in on this idea. We talked earlier in this class about greenwashing as an effective marketing technique. And it's an effective technique because people are willing to do something. They believe the environment needs help, and they're willing to do their part in that help. So, what's really going to happen? Well, according to one side, if we continue the way we are, if we continue just to remain solely on the use of coal and oil, we could potentially decrease the deficit by saving us money, and in the long run, really help out America financially. On the other side, they believe that it's necessary to help the environment, for what I previously talked about, those negatives. But that could have an economic stimulus effect as well. When you have all that research, and you need to build all these new technologies and install them. For example, if we wanted to switch over to solar panels, we would need companies and factories to produce them, people to install them on certain buildings. And this influx of new jobs, new materials, could potentially be the thing that reverses the deficit. Or it could just have the effect of making energy cheaper, making it abundant for the entire world. Just imagine a world where we could have free energy. And that could be one of the effects if we changed over how we produce our energy nowadays. So I guess the real question now is, which side are you on? Thank you.